I think that what we're seeing throughout the world is the inexorable march towards legalization, regulation, and taxation of marijuana products. The tide has turned on public opinion and on the philosophy of many governments. Because after all, if you're a state government and you can generate significant tax revenues from marijuana in these times of fiscal distress for state governments throughout the country, they just can't ignore that. And for the states that already have legal, medical, and recreational marijuana, and where they're already generating enormous amounts of tax revenues, those states cannot give up that money. They can tax the recreational markets more, thereby making recreational products more expensive than medical products. So there will always be some level of medical market, but the recreational markets will dwarf that. We're seeing that already in Colorado, obviously, and we're going to see that to a great extent in California, because when the California market opens up for recreational, that is projected to change the dynamics of the entire industry. Already, apparently last month, a shipment of marijuana has been seized going from California to Mexico rather than the other way around. So, that may be a harbinger of things to come. There are over 100 banking institutions that have done some business with marijuana-related businesses. As this industry grows, it's just too tempting for certain financial institutions to stay away from. There's too much money involved, there's too much money to be made. Given what I'm seeing with respect to the number of parties that are extremely interested in either opening, acquiring, or investing in financial institutions that are engaged in the marijuana business, one can only expect that that universe of banks and financial institutions willing to provide services to marijuana companies will only expand and continue to expand as time marches on. One of the key challenges that we have faced is being able to get audited financial statements for marijuana companies, because very, very few accounting firms have been willing to provide attestation services to marijuana companies. My hope is that the availability of professional liability insurance to attestation firms will become more plentiful, so that they'll be more comfortable providing those services to industry participants. The first CPA firms that dive into this industry aggressively will position themselves well to be major players in a huge industry going forward, and probably will be difficult to dislodge from that position once they've become known as industry experts. Right now, it's still risky for CPA firms, but for those who have the courage and the fortitude to do so, the rewards of early involvement may be quite significant.